Welcome to DWBI Adda channel. Please subscribe for latest training videos.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the lectures on computer vision. In the last lectures in convolutional neural networks, we actually had a look at the 4 steps that we basically use when working with convolutional neural networks. They were the data preparation stage, the model preparation stage, the model training, and the testing stage as well. We also had a look at the callbacks, like how we can use callbacks like model checkpoint and early stopping to actually get the best accuracy of our data set while training our model. So I hope you are now comfortable with the concepts of convolution neural networks and you are like absolutely in love with this concept as well. So CNN is basically the most used image processing model in deep learning, and therefore having good knowledge of CNN along with the mathematical concepts is actually very important to move ahead in deep learning. So from today onwards, we'll be starting another topic in deep learning, which is the concept of transfer learning. So from now, the first question that should come to your mind is like, what is transfer learning? So I hope it's very clear from the name that it's made up of two terms. The first term is transfer and the second term is learning. So transfer is somewhere there might be a knowledge transfer, right? Because that's why transfer would be used actually. So somewhere some knowledge would have been transferred between two entities, and using that knowledge, your model is basically learning. Therefore, this thing is known as transfer learning. So yes, if you're thinking like this is partially correct. However, there is a very big backstory to it, which we'll be discussing in this lecture. So transfer learning basically means using the knowledge of one model to actually train your model, right? So what happens in transfer learning is that you already have a pre-trained model, right? And that pre-trained model actually has known the features, right? So how do a model knows the features? A model knows the features by its neurons, by its hidden neurons. So you actually have a filter in convolution neural networks, then you have that max pooling layers, and these all are actually applied on neurons. So a model, like basically a model is trained which actually knows a variety of features, because it can detect a variety of features. And because you don't want to train your new model again, might be you have less data, or might be your data is not in the same format that you are expecting, or maybe like in any other reasons, like maybe your computer is weak to actually train a neural network. So you want to use the knowledge of the previous model and want to transfer it to your new model to basically make the new model enable to make a prediction, right? So that is, your old model knows something and you are using the knowledge of the old model and transferring it to the new model to enable the new model make some predictions. So this is what transfer learning actually is. We will be covering more in depth of like the concepts and transfer learning, like everything in details. So basically, like what happens is that many times a computer does not have like GPU, or maybe like it's taking long enough to do some like 100 iterations, and you don't want to train it over again and again. So using the knowledge from some of the previous models to actually transfer over here, and that is why the concept of transfer learning. So this concept actually came from like Google conducts its own competition, image classification competition, which is known as ImageNet. Every year it conducts this competition, and in this competitions, the researchers, the deep learning scientists, are actually asked to make certain like classification algorithms which could actually classify those images in a better way, like to get a higher accuracy. So the models are basically trained on 14 million images, 14 million images. So you are understanding that a model being trained on 14 million such images will have a variety of features that it could actually understand, like that could actually be taken care by the new model, and like the knowledge can be actually transferred. So this is what the concept of transfer learning is. So many of the new models that you have heard in the field of neural networks are actually the concepts of, or the end results of ImageNet competition, whether it's the ResNet, whether it's the VGG16, VGG19, whether it's MobileNet, whether it's Inception V3, Inception V5. Everything is the end product and are the winners of the ImageNet competition. So basically, like when you're using these pre-trained models, so these pre-trained model actually knows a lot of features, and therefore you could use the power of the knowledge of these models to train a new model in a very short amount of time to basically give more accurate predictions. So I hope you are now comfortable with the backstory of what transfer learning actually is, and you are comfortable with you are comfortable with the ABCs of transfer learning. So again, transfer learning has these 3 steps, which is known as data preparation step, model preparation step, model training step, and testing step. So the data preparation step remains the same for convolution neural networks and transfer learning as well. From here, I mean, from the model preparation step, it's actually differs, and then testing step remains same as well. So without wasting much of our time, let's get back to our Google Colab, and I will tell you like how to import transfer learning models and how we could actually use them and all of that kind of stuff. So let me just go to my notebook over here. And now to actually import transfer learning models, what you have to do is from keras dot application come applications, let's say import VGG 16, right? And then VGG is equals to VGG 16, and I will create an object of VGG 16 over here, and I will run it as well. And then if I were to give you a model summary of what VGG 16 looks like, basically first it will download the model weights from here, like everything. I will like discuss it in the next lecture, like when we were actually having a complete look at the concepts. But yeah, so I'm creating a VGG 16 model over here, and because this model is a trained model, so it's actually downloading the data from a particular API. And then if I were to give you a look at the VGG 16 summary, so VGG summary, you would basically see that like these are all are actually made of convolution blocks itself, right? Like it was a 224 cross 224 cross 64 convolution block, then again 224 cross 224, then convolution block, then max pooling 2D block. It's the same, like we were actually making our own convolution like models, CNN models. They've actually made one convolution model and like which runs the best on variety of images, and they have made that architecture and given it a particular name. So there's not a difference between like what you are using in CNN or like what you are using in transfer learning. The difference is only of like there are pre-trained models, and like when you are actually using CNN, you're actually training the model on your own, right? So this is what like how it looks like. And you will see like we have a 1000 predictions at the end, but we only have 10 predictions in our model, right? We only have to make 10 predictions. So will this model be sufficient, or will it work for our use case? And like the size is of 224 cross 224, so will it like actually work or not work? So we will have a look at all of this in the next lecture. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.